We are students of the second Bachelor Industrial Engineering at the Vrije Universiteit Brussels. This year, for the design project, we got assignment to make a robot arm that could play Jenga. There were a lot of rules that we needed to take into account. All the rules, you can find it on our website. I will say some of the most important when I speak about design. So the first and one of the most important rules was that we could only use one linear motion. So all the rest of the movements needed to rotate. So when we started the design, then we immediately had to make the decision where we would use the linear motion. We thought that it would be best to use it when we needed to make the most critical move during the game, that is pulling out a block. When you go slightly up or down, it could easily topple the tower. So we chose to use our linear motion in the x direction, so forward and backward. Then we still had multiple choices. We could use wheels, rails, or bars to slide along to. Eventually we chose for wheels because these allowed us to move far backward, and rails or bars were limited in length because of the limits in dimension that we could use. Another important design choice was to have the pivot point of the arm far above the bottom of the robot. This enabled us to make one long arm and not an arm that consists of multiple joints that each need their own motor to move. The arm is driven by a stepper engine, so because it needs to be very precisely. When you want to pull out the block, the claws need to be exactly at that height of the layer. So the arm needs to be very precise. In our first design, we let a motor control the hand, so the hand would stay always parallel to the ground. But then we thought that it would be easy to replace that motor with a 4-bar linkage system that would do the same job, and so we needed to use a motor less. We can also find a 4-bar linkage system in our class, and to move the Z axle. Then our rear wheels are powered each by a separate DC engine, so to give us a little steering capabilities for if the robot would go off track. Some more things about the design, you can find it on our website. You can find a link in the description. Thanks for listening.